How's it going, guys? As I mentioned in my last video, I was probably gonna do a little bit more work on this van. I actually got it running since last time I posted a video on this, but today I'm actually gonna be replacing a rear wheel bearing, and this is what the noise that this one's making. And hopefully you guys can hear it over the fan that I have on. It kind of sounds like the brake, but it's kind of like a low pitch growl or howl. Hopefully the camera picks that up. I'll show you on the other side what I mean. This side's very quiet. You can only hear the brake kind of hit the brake pad. But as I mentioned, I'm going to be showing you guys how to remove it. And the first thing I'm going to do is obviously take off the wheel. These are 22 millimeter. Let's see if this has it on here. 22 millimeter lug nuts. Now that I have that wheel removed, the first thing I'm gonna do is remove the brake caliper and bracket. This comes off as an assembly. All right, so I got this big pry bar on here. They should hopefully break them loose. There's one. Oh, there we go. Whew. I'll pull the bolts out. Now that you have those two bolts out, you would just want to pull this out of the way. I'm just going to stick it up here. Make sure it doesn't dangle from the hose. If you want to, you can put a bungee cord on here, hook it up somewhere, maybe right here or somewhere away. You just do not want it to dangle from this because that'll compromise the internals of this hose, and it could collapse on you, or it can actually burst. These two washers right here, mine are still in here. I'm not gonna mess with them. I'm just gonna leave them in there. But if you just fall out, make sure you put these back in. It's very important. I'm gonna go ahead and remove these. I'll show you what tool I use. This is the tool that I use to remove those bolts on brake rotors. But this is a tool that I use. It's an impact driver. It has different size drivers on here. Obviously Phillips head and then flathead. Different size Phillips. There are different ones of these as well you can purchase, Allen heads or stuff like that, that'll fit on the end of this. And this one specifically also has a thing for a 1/2 inch drive. You can pick it up locally at your O'Reilly's or AutoZone or wherever you want to go. I think I spent $30 or $40 on this one. I've had it for going on 7 years. Trust me, they last forever. You'll use it occasionally, but when you use it, you'll be very happy that you have it. Now, I'm gonna go pull those bolts out. Now for this, it's very easy to use. You're gonna place it on the screw you're gonna pull off. You're just gonna put some pressure counterclockwise, and you're just gonna, there we go. You're just gonna give it a good whack. I don't know if you guys can see that, it already came off. Do it on this one as well. Place it on there. Give some pressure counterclockwise. Go ahead and try to do this one-handed. There we go. So the 4 back bolts for the hub itself, the hub bearing assembly, are 17 millimeter. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull these off. Once you have the 4 bolts off, as you can see here, you're gonna want to give this a small little tap with a hammer. Let it move. Old wheel bearing. Or wheel hub unit, as this box likes to call it. And here's the new one. This one we did purchase online. I think it was $45 on Amazon. It should hopefully last a while. don't know if you can tell from the video, but if you look, the top right and the top left hole have a lot longer distance than the top right and the bottom right. And it's the same thing for obviously the back of the hub. And what you want to do is just place it as close as possible to that. And what I'm looking at, just trying to align it. Looks like I'm pretty much in there. So torque specs for these bolts for the hub are 72.3 foot-pounds. It's very specific. That's what I got off of all data. And for these, I believe are 65 foot-pounds. But once you put the hub on, you're just gonna do everything else in reverse order. You're gonna want to line up those 2 holes right here. You're gonna want to line up. Oi. Now those are on, I'll put these back on, and I'll put the caliper bracket back on, and the caliper, and then the wheel, and be pretty much good to go. Put the screws back on, hand tight. As I mentioned earlier, when you're putting these bolts back on, those spacers are in there. As I mentioned, these are torqued to 65 foot-pounds. I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Just like that, it's done. All you can hear now is just the rotor hitting the brake pad, which is completely normal. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. I'll be more than happy to try to help you. If you scroll through my other videos, you'll see that this is the type of content I like to put out. Hopefully be able to help somebody out. If you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks for watching.